Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. And I just had to come and do an episode because I didn't get to do one this past Sunday. Just been really busy with trying to prepare for like this project that I'm doing. But I still wanted to get an episode out there. So this episode will be called Burnt Toast Theory. And I came across a posting on TikTok. And when I read what this theory means, I definitely could relate to it and thought it was is interesting. I definitely had never heard of the term, but definitely can relate to what it is. So hopefully others can too, and you can maybe it will help you understand what you're going through, right? So it says when things don't go your way, and then it's equals burnt toast theory. So it's basically the theory that if you burn your toast in the morning or something challenging happens, the time you spend making another toast may have saved you from a car accident. Or maybe it makes you late to a meeting, but as you're walking in, you meet someone that will be so special in your life and you wouldn't have met them otherwise. It's kind of like the universe always has your back. Love this for dealing with failure too. Didn't get the job? Trust the process. Everything happens for a reason. Something even better is on the way. Burnt toast theory. So, like it says, really, it's just like when you have an inconvenience or something that we view as an inconvenience that happens to delay or throw off your plans, but the universe allows it to happen or makes it happen because it's actually going to align you with what it is that you need for yourself. And so, like it says, it could be just, you running late in the morning and you missed the train that you usually catch, but maybe you catch the next one and you could have potentially, saved yourself from being in an accident or something like that. It could save you from something being hurtful or just can put you in the path of meeting someone that you are supposed to meet. And I've definitely had that happen before where like I've, contemplated going to an event or something like that. And then I'm glad I went because I ended up meeting a really nice person or someone for me or to connect them with someone I know. So definitely think that this theory is true, and it can be in so many different ways. And so just like it says, like trust in the process and everything happens for a reason. So a lot of the times I think what I can relate with this theory is like when it's saying about losing the job and or you didn't get the job and still having to trust the process. That's something that I'm definitely working on as of late, is like having patience and having perseverance, and still pushing myself to keep applying, right? Applying for jobs, but also applying myself in general, applying to my business and putting in the effort as a want, like doing it on my own. It's a lot that comes into it, not just work, but money as well. And so feeling like sometimes like, all right, I don't know if this is doing the right thing or not, but or if I'm doing it the right way. And you can you can ask for resources so many times, but still you have to figure out things that work for you. And so just being able to trust the process is such a courageous thing. And if you are doing that in whatever context of your life, definitely give yourself a pat on the back because a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people give up and throw in the towel and say, oh well, someone else, I've never seen anybody else do it, whether it be like my family's never accomplished it or those around me, or just a product of your environment. You don't have to be. You might face a lot of challenges along the way, but if you trust the process and you trust yourself and you keep believing and knowing that something better is always on the way, then you can just keep going. And basically think of the burnt toast theory, that whatever is happening, even if you view it as an inconvenience, it's on time, it's right on time, and it's a part of your story. And it makes me think like a lot lately on TikTok. I've been seeing a lot of videos that just relate like to timing and like whether it be kind of like the situation I'm in of like finding a job and being patient with that, but still being persistent and applying yourself as much as you can. And um this lady, it was really a great story that she was telling. Like it was her story, but she had been unemployed since like last August, and she said that she has been applying to like over 100 jobs and having interviews, and just pretty much the process that a lot of people are going through right now that are in a similar situation. There's been so many layoffs, and just changing of people's work situations. So it's a lot of people going through it. If you are going through it, you're not the only one. I'm right there with you. So, but what she was saying was like she had been applying since then, and she applied to this job where it required a college degree, and it required experience with sewing. She had neither, and she said that she still applied and she got the job, and she's been learning on the job, and how just throughout the time of her making like applying for jobs and stuff like that, there were times where she felt like things just weren't going the right way, but she was saying that she always was taken care of, and not from other people but like from God, that there was always some way that the things were just working out. Like she was still able to pay her bills, she was still able to have food on the table, do things like that, and just kind of all she had to do really on her end was apply for jobs, show up for the interviews, excuse me, and like put in the effort and keep going until she landed where she needed to be. And she never thought that was the place where she would need to be, because again, she didn't have the experience or the educational background. And so that just made me think, like, not only is that inspiring, and like I needed to see that when I saw it, but it also kind of, I'm trying to tie it to the burnt toast theory, of just like when things are challenging, it's not to throw you off, it's to throw you on course, right? I think a lot of the times we think that when things, again, in this burnt toast theory, things don't go our way that we've created in our head or our plan. We think it's throwing us off. It's throwing our life off, throwing my day off, or my plan, whatever the case may be. But like I've said, and I'm sure people have heard it, like when you make plans, if you want to make God laugh, make plans, right? And I always would hear that and kind of could understand it, but sometimes when you have to live in certain experiences to really understand that, right? And so we can make plans all day, but everything is already written. I've said that before. Your story is written. It's just you're living through it. And so yes, we have free will, but you're still going to be, somehow, some way, you're still going to end up complete, like living out the life that is written for you, and being where you need to be in your destiny, and wherever works for you, whether it be location or job or partner or family or stuff like that. Those things just eventually come together. Eventually everything works out. It just does. And so but at the same time, when we have this burnt toast theory and these occurrences that happen, and it throws us, what we think is off, but really pushing us into the direction that we need to go in, we have to be able to have grace for ourselves, be grateful for the situation and the redirection, and be open minded to, all right, well, this is not exactly what I planned, but let's see what's in store for my life. And that doesn't mean you have to lay back and just doing nothing. It still means you put in the effort, but you also take back the reins and don't try to control the situation and control your life. You only have so much control. And so a lot of the things, you just, the more you are, I saw this other thing where it was saying about silence, and just like the more you are just silent and allow God to just, work your life and work in your life, it'll just make it easier. All right. Elle says, the universe is teaching you how to be silent in a frustrated season. The less you say, the more it moves. Relax and trust the timing of your life. You will figure out your career. You will become the person you always wanted to be. You will find your tribe. And again, that came to me at a really great time that I need to see, but it's true. It's like, though I've learned that like this is a frustrating season. It's a growing season. It's a frustrating season. It's a relaxing season. It's a anxious season. It's a multiple forms of emotions that come and go for me, and I'm assuming other people too, it depending on what their situation, or if they're in a similar situation or some type of frustrating season. It's frustrating, but it's also really helps you grow, because it's going to help you if you allow it to. help you shed all the bad habits, all the negativity. I was seeing something else too, where this guy was talking about how and I've said this before, like when you catch yourself in a negative mindset, you have to alter it as immediately. If you find yourself, again, like I'm in this situation where I have caught myself sometimes feeling like, all right, am I gonna, like, I know in the back of my mind that I'm gonna find the job that I'm, it's all gonna work out. But sometimes when it's like rejection after rejection, or just a redirection after redirection, and just seeming like things are on a standstill, it's can you have that like ego part where it comes out, where it's like, all right, is this really gonna work out? Like, are you doing the right thing, or maybe you're not? Just some of the negative mindset, and you have to catch yourself and just go into prayer, or just, nope, this is gonna work out. You have to, the power of the tongue and power of your words, and how much power you have over your own life. Yes, it's written out, like I said, but you have the power to determine how your life is going to play out. And you get to determine who you are. Nobody can tell you who you are except for you. Nobody can tell you how to feel except for you. You get to, that's the beauty of being you. You decide what you look like, and what you feel, and how you present yourself, and how you live. And so make sure you are choosing positive things, and things that are going to make you feel great, or and look great and present great, like all just choose positive, even though it's hard nowadays in the society that we live in, just how life can be, right? Even when things are going great, there's always going to be that time where it's like, oh, here we go, like, right? It's always something. I feel like as an adult, I can definitely understand growing up as a kid, hearing parents or family members, saying it's always something. It's always something. And it is always something. Literally, that's how life is. And the thing is, like, even if there's always something, you have to remain grounded in you, and be able to get through whatever that something is, and have faith in yourself, um that you'll be able to persevere through it, and that it's, take it as an opportunity to learn something new about yourself, a new skill, or a new, um some new courage that you didn't know that you had, right? And so, um again, the universe is always teaching us something. And I think that for me, being this season of frustration, and just uncertainty in a sense, and just really, it's a lot of patience, and a lot of just going with it every day, and trying to remain grounded. I'm doing a lot of meditation. Like I said, I've been working on healthy eating. I'm still doing my juicing, and um cutting out. I've decided to cut out meat. So I've been switched to pescatarian. So that's something new. I love seafood. I love fish. So it's not really that hard for me to switch. It's just programming myself to not do meat, and just strictly fish, which I'm really happy for, because it's, like I said, it's good. And but I guess my point in that is just like changing. This year is all about change. I've seen a lot of 555 and 222 lately. 555 definitely is always an indication of change. 222 is indication of being in alignment. So I really can't complain. I know that I've been putting in the effort to, not only get a job, but just like with my business. And I have events coming up that I'm doing. This is my first year ever doing vendor events. So I'm excited. And I've been this month really trying to put in the work, to get it done and to get ready for it. So I still have some work to do. But the point is, like, you have to make a choice when you're presented with certain things. I could easily be wallowing in my bed and feeling like my life is over, or feeling like I have no choices, but you always have a choice. You always have a choice. You can either lay down and take it, or you can get up and keep fighting. And you have to choose the latter. You have to keep fighting. And sometimes it doesn't have to be a fight. It just has to be like, all right, well, that's not the direction for me. Let me keep going. And I saw this other post, from a friend that I follow. She said, "You can't drop the ball on destiny," and that right there is basically the message that I'm saying. It's like, no matter what life was looking like, and no matter how you thought it was going to be, That's literally what every once in a while I'm like thinking. I'm like, okay, it's May, it's about to be June. Like, this is not what I manifested for this year. This is not what I thought my year was going to look like. But again, I can't drop the ball on my destiny. No matter, I've learned that, like, and I'm still learning that, and I'm still experiencing that. Like, when everything was happening and everything got shifted, I tried to hurry up and fix it by applying to multiple things and trying to just figure out a way to not be in this space. And once I surrendered, everything just was flowing. And like I kept saying, and like I said earlier, like I couldn't really complain. Like, things could be way worse, and they're not. I'm literally taken care of, and it's just in the midst of being taken care of, still putting in the effort to still manifest and complete my goals that I have for this year, and thinking of taking another route and taking another road and still keep going, right? No matter what, like being in the wilderness and not understanding why I'm still here, but still having faith that I can't mess up my destiny. And if I wasn't where I'm supposed to be, or if you're not where you're supposed to be, you would get that nudge, like you would get that nudge, or you would get that sign, or things would be, the universe would work to shift you to where the direction that you need to go. If you've been going right and you're supposed to be in the left, something will happen to shift you to the left. It's not going to just let you sit there and be where you're not supposed to be. And sometimes it's hard to swallow that like where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. You can be in the midst of a storm and feeling like, I have no idea why I'm here. I have no idea why this is happening to me. And that's another thing of shifting your words. Not, this is not happening to me. This is happening for me. No matter what it's looking like, it's happening for you and your higher self to push you to the direction that you need to be. And it's going to push you to grow as a person. It's going to push you to let go of bad habits that you need. A lot of the times you're going to be in that space of feeling like, for me, I had this just really just feeling like, I was like, you got to change your diet. Like, there are a lot of things that you're manifesting for yourself that are going to require you to be healthy physically, healthy mentally, healthy spiritually. And with that, you have to change your diet. You have to start getting to a consistent workout regimen. You have to get a better sleep schedule. You have to meditate and pray more. You have to pay attention to what it is that you're putting into your body. Pay attention to the surroundings and the areas that you're in. Like, you have to make those changes to see the change in your life around you. And it starts internally, right? And so you have to start, telling myself, but as you as well, you have to start speaking positivity over your life. You have to make affirmations that, even if you don't see how it's going to come about, if you know it in your heart, just speak it into existence, claim it. And it will, if it's supposed to be for you and a part of your destiny, it will come about. It's just not going to come on your time. It's going to come on divine timing. And that, divine timing definitely ties into the burnt toast theory, because like I said, it's the theory that it's the theory that everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and it happens for a reason. Even the challenges that are coming your way, it's to help you get to where you need to be, or meet the person that you need to meet, or um just come across the direction that is right for your life. So with that being said, I hope that this was helpful. Again, this is the burnt toast theory, and hopefully if you're in the midst of a storm, keep going. If you are unsure of a direction, meditate, pray on it, and learn how to understand and listen to your inner voice, your inner self, your higher self. That your higher self will speak to you. If you just have to learn how to listen to yourself and understand and recognize the voice, recognize God's voice, and pay attention to the signs, and just let things play out how they're gonna play. Still play your role, play your position, but remember to trust the process, and everything happens for a reason. So if you didn't get the job, or you didn't something didn't go the way you thought, something even better is on the way. So just have faith in that, and remember to remain positive as much as possible and speak positivity into yourself and into your life, and you will see it come into fruition. And remember, your energy, what you put out is what you receive. If you are in a negative energy, you will experience negative experiences. If you are positive and remaining mentally positive and having that type of positive energy, positive experiences will come about to you. So with that being said, try to be more positive, even if that means just being silent. And a lot of the times, like I've said before, excuse me, whether you see an angel number or not, just being able to throughout your day, thank you, God, or show me how good it can get. Or, you know what? I thank you for that. I'm grateful. Showing a lot of gratitude will definitely help you, not just you know, with your mindset and your positivity, but also just it just allows you to flow better, right? The more when I find myself when I'm in a positive mindset and I'm speaking positivity and manifesting things and praying and just being in my element and being in today and in the present and not thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow or things like that, it just brings more calm energy to myself and to my body, but also it just makes things so much easier in life, right? You just don't think you're not worried about it. And I think that, my less elevated self would be looking at my current self right now thinking, how are you still getting through, and like how are you not freaking out, how are you not so like down and out? But through life I have learned that that doesn't get you anywhere. Excuse me, allergy season. But being like that is just it just brings in more negativity, like, and then it makes you more anxious, and then being anxious, it can cause you to make mistakes, and even more mistakes to sink you even lower and to throw you off even more. So it's better to just, again, try to be as positive as you can be, get your rest, eat well, take care of yourself mentally, be around people, and make sure people that are around you are they really really care about you, and care about yourself. More importantly, you teach people how to treat you. So um, yeah, and just remember the burnt toast theory, that no matter what, if something challenging is happening, is happening for a reason, and just let it be, right? Something better is on the way. So as always, this is Black Hippie Lounge. I am your host, Chanel. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast. If you listen like on Apple Podcasts, you can subscribe. And I believe on Spotify too, and probably all the other services that are available. You can go onto my bio, like on Instagram or TikTok. There's a link. You'll be able to access to how to listen to the podcast, but also how to access my website where you can purchase t-shirts and hoodies. And I will be doing an event. Like I said, my first vendor event is here in Boston. Both of my events so far are going to be in Boston, but this one is going to be in Dorchester. It's called the Ice Cream Social Family Day. I have it on my Instagram. I'll put it on. Actually, I don't think I put it on my TikTok, so I'm gonna put it on my TikTok too. And that is gonna be from 10 to 6. So I'll be there, but that's not until June. So I'll definitely be promoting that a little bit more as it gets closer. And the other one will be in Martha's Vineyard, which will be great. That's not until August. So I'm excited for that because I love Martha's Vineyard and it's a Black event. Both of them are Black events. So, but as always, take care of yourself and yeah, just let it flow. Let it flow. Meditate, manifest, invest in you. Join me on my spiritual journey as I elevate myself and like-minded listeners to a higher level mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for listening. This is Black Hippie Lounge, and I am your host, Chanel.